Spacey Sims, and we are back with more Code Realize Future Blessings, and we are about to start Lupin's Gang! So I looked it up. I just wanted to check. This is basically just like the White Rose stories that we went through, so there's no choices. And I don't know if it's that, the fact that there's no choices or anything, but I just feel like recording hour-long parts is, like, dragging on me so much. We're gonna do this hour-long parts still. I've committed to you guys for these till we're done with this game. I don't know what's gonna happen when we get to Hakuoki. Maybe it'll be a refresher, but I feel like now I'm like, oh my god, hour-long parts are killing me. I don't know. I could sit here for 2 hours and record 4 parts, but 2 hours worth of 1 hour and making 2 1-hour parts. It's just, I don't know what it is. I don't know. I can do 45-minute parts, that's fine. But as soon as it's like an hour, I'm like, oh my god. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see, but let me just tell you. Maybe it's because there's no choices, so we're just like reading. I don't know. Captain Lionheart, no signs of disorder around the mansion premises. Very well. Keep up your guard. Don't overlook even the most minute change. So I'm not sure this is supposed to be stuff that's just hinted at in Code Realize. Guardian of Rebirth, but who knows when it takes place. Yes, sir! The thief should be here any moment now, but... Lionheart glances at the clock and lets out a deep sigh. By the order of Queen Victoria, it's been half a day since they began guarding this mansion. In 10 minutes, the date will change. But in stark contrast to Lionheart's anxiety, it's been eerily quiet for some time now. That Lupin! Making a mockery of us with a threat of crime! Today I shall capture him with my own 2 hands! The Royal Guard is nothing if not enthusiastic. I'm just guessing it's Lupin. I'm just guessing. Oh, maybe it's supposed to be... I don't know who it is. Wait a minute. Maybe it's not. The Royal Guard is nothing if not enthusiastic. Let's see. I can scarcely believe you're all still here after I told you to leave. It would seem you can only hear the Queen. Oh, whoever Marquis Grimmond is. Marquis Grimmond. Or Grimmond. A greedy nobleman who only ever seems to think about power and lining his pockets. He is the owner of the great relic of the vampire clan known as the Statue of Bathory. But see, the person who was stealing all those wasn't... They thought it was Lupin, but it's not. It's Deli. Interesting. Oh, so this could be like one of the... Okay. So I feel like... Did I not say that I have no need of the soldiers of the royal family, nor the yard? My men can guard this statue. He sounds like he'd be a weaselly man. Marquis Grimmond, the owner of this mansion, points to the clear showcase in the center of the room. At its center stands a statue of a beautiful woman. The skin is smooth as if a warmth flows beneath it, though it's no more than a man-made sculpture, vampire-made. The shadow it casts dances delicately by the faint flicker of the gas lamp. This very statue that looks as if it's alive is the object of the thief's desire. But, Marquis, this statue of Bathory is one of the treasures of the vampire clan. Its value is immeasurable. Statue of Bathory. Art piece. The great relic owned by the subspecies known as vampires. A beautiful statue of a woman that is said to possess the allure of an enchantress that guides her beholders to their doom. Surely the thief is making a thorough preparation. It's best we keep it as secure as possible. What of it? We've made thorough preparations just the same. I've hired the top mercenaries for a reason. One far more skilled than all of you. But he has countered all measure of security in the past with similar incidents. Please do understand that Her Majesty herself tasked us with this job for the protection of nobles such as yourself. By the name of Her Majesty the Queen? Barring the Queen's authority, damned commoners. Very well, do as you will, but I won't suffer any complaints if you get caught in the crossfire. Wow, so nice. This Marquis, he does seem to be quite the stubborn one. He doesn't seem to realize how fearsome Arsène Lupin is. Arsène Lupin, popularly referred to as the gentleman thief, the thief of the century who came to London to put a stop to Twilight's terror plot. The main character's fated encounter with him changes our life dramatically. Oh, it's Sholmes! Yay! Oh, Mr. Sholmes! I've heard that you've been busy, but I'm ever grateful for your aid in this matter. We needed a better voice for Sholmes since we're going to have to read a whole part with him, but he's kind of normal, so. Stepping closer along with a wry laugh is the one popularly referred to as the great detective, Herlock Sholmes. Is it supposed to be Sholmes? Because there's an accent mark. Herlock Sholmes. Henry Smith. Really? That's not how but that's how it's pronounced. Okay, sure. I'm just kidding. Lionheart nods silently, reassured by his newfound reinforcements. Marquis Grimmond is a man of exceptional pride. He won't deign to listen to a word we say. Perhaps it's his whole noble pretension. At a glance, it would seem the security for this room is understaffed. The soldiers stationed here are rather... It's like one could just take the statue if they wanted to. Oh! Mr. Sholmes! You shouldn't approach it so carelessly. That container is equipped with a mechanism that will run an electrical current through whomever touches it. I see. Quite the mechanism. It seems that you're quite confident in your trap. As if to cut off Sholmes's words, a huge explosion resounds from outside of the mansion. What was that? Did it come from the garden? Explosion at 2 o'clock! Get a casualty report on the double! Hold it! It could be a diversion. Remain at your post and wait for the report. I know, right? Everybody runs and it's like, duh. And Lupin's just standing there like, duh. I still think it's Deli. I mean, it could be Lupin. But, I mean, Lupin is the only one who would blow shit up. But Deli was the one trying to steal the vampire treasures. But, then again, Lupin did steal all of the vampire treasures back for Deli. So, I'm just saying, that could be, this could be that, you know, when you got a bunch of stuff for Deli. Remember? Although, here's a suitcase with a giant statue in it. That really is magical. Is it a Mary Poppins suitcase? Really? Where'd you get that, Lupin? Because I want one. The statue! Is a statue of Bathory safe? Lionheart can't help but frown as he watches the Marquis rush over in panic. I just figure he's got a Weasley annoying voice. Like me. Not Weasley, but annoying. Very annoying. Anyway. Marquis! Why have you returned? It's dangerous here. Ah, hold your tongue. I can't trust you, incompetence, so we'll stand guard here as well. But... In fact, Lion, it's perfectly timing. Why don't we have the Marquis check the statue? We're up against the Lupin, after all. He could have switched the statue while we were distracted. So switched? Impossible! There wasn't nearly enough time. For a genius of thievery such as him, it could be easily accomplished in the blink of an eye. I feel like he's setting him up because he thinks that, like, or knows that Lupin is in a costume and pretending to be the Marquis. Because that's just what I was wondering when he came in. I'm like, is it like Lupin dressed up like the Marquis, like in a costume? I've never seen him dress up in a costume to disguise himself. He uses his voice, but in a situation like this, we shouldn't. But there is a chance. Here goes nothing. How is it, Marquis? The statue. As you can see, it's still intact. Damn it all! Don't scare me like that. Then suddenly... Oh! What is going on? Along with a muted explosion, the room is filled with smoke in an instant. Could this be... Mr. Sholmes, guard the statue! Mr. Sholmes? Before Lionheart and his baffled expression, the silhouette of the great detective slowly begins to waver and fall apart. You let your guard down, Lionheart, or should I say... Then even his voice begins to distort and change through the smoke. Nice! Love it! Old Man Lion. Standing before the curtain of smoke is a young man wearing a dauntless smile. As he swiftly flutters his cape, he makes an elegant bow and smirks. Behold, the gentleman thief Arsène Lupin. As per my prior notice, I will be taking the great vampire relic. Lupin! What is the meaning of this? Where did that detective go? And who in the world is this? He is Lupin, as you can see. Curse you, disguising yourself as Mr. Sholmes. That would be correct. I bid you adieu, old man lion, and the gritty marquis. What? He jumped off! This is the 4th floor! Can't read, so can't read. Damn it! At any rate, after him! Like the wind, Lupin rushes through the escape route he had determined beforehand. A fine outcome. All that remains is to go through the forest and lose the guards. Right then, now to get back to the mansion and... Whoa! That was a close shave. Bullets whizzing just by his face, Lupin hastily rolls into the shade of a tree. The gunfire is incessant. Hot lead is aimed directly at his torso and head. Well, I'll be. They really aren't playing around. It's hardly like the Royal Guard or the Yard. In which case... Hand over the statue. Ooh, interesting. A hard object is jammed at his back. Lupin looks over his shoulder. There stands a man wearing a black suit. It's an atmosphere not unfamiliar to him. He saw plenty of them at the airship racing circuit not long ago. Those are undoubtedly the gentlemen popularly known as Mafia. Mafia, an armed organization often referred to as a family. Many of these organizations are involved in crime, but there are those that strongly prefer to show their personality as vigilantes. He can sense about 10 others hiding in the shadow of the tree. Well there, what brings the likes of the Mafia here of all places? There's no point in trying to resist. If you hand it over like a good boy, we won't have to kill you. How thoughtful of you. But that's not exactly a line one would deliver while pointing a gun. Even during this short exchange, the shadows around him draw closer. Looks like this party's never planned to take it out in the first place. Looks like this party never planned to talk it out in the first place. Spacey can't read. Hand over the statue. That's your only move. All right, then. Even the great Lupin is powerless surrounded like this. Here you are, the statue you want so badly. I'll just set it right here. Lupin sighs as he takes out the statue, and then... Just kidding. He drops it directly onto the ground. Gah! The flash bomb bursts, lighting up the surroundings as if it were noon. The opening it made was like the blink of an eye. Lupin starts running without a hint of hesitation. Don't let him get away! Capture him! Kill him if you have to! Whoops! Just as I thought. It's not terribly effective in a wide-open area. Bullets are fired relentlessly from all sides. At this rate, there won't be anywhere to run. In which case... My apologies. I'll be excusing myself then. He jumped? Hooking the steel wire onto a tall tree, the gentleman thief flies up like a pendulum. Shh! He's up there! Fire! Keep firing! Faster than a speeding bullet. Lupin. He rushes through the deserted path like a breeze in the night. His hand is weighted down by the genuine statue of Bathory itself. He fulfilled his main objective, so he should consider the job a success. But what were Mafia fellows doing in a place like that? Criminy! Things are beginning to smell a little fishy. Lupin's utterances quietly disappeared into the sinking night air. Calm time of dusk. I quietly watch over Impey as he works. Impey Barbicane, a self-proclaimed genius engineer and ever the life of Lupin's crew. Though oftentimes frivolous in speech and behavior, he possesses as much passion and skill as anybody. Impey, are you sure about this? Leave it to me. Just a little more. Impey's cheerful voice responds from beneath the automobile. If I connect this, right here like this... All right, perfect. Upgrade complete. Impey crawls out from under the car and wipes his brow. Would you expect any less from the genius engineer, Mr. Impey? I need to learn how to read. I don't know what's wrong with me. Phew! Even I'm terrified by my ingenuity. You did work hard on it, but I'm not sure if I understand what changed from before the upgrade. It's actually night and day. First off, its horsepower is 1.8 times higher. Next, introducing the secret energy repulsion mode. Oh, enemy repulsion mode. And I installed a hyper-cool secret weapon. But wait, there's more. Cup holders? Yes. Ugh, Impei, that's a genius. I know. Just kidding. Then, cutting off Impei's spirited demonstration, Spacey came frolicking around our legs. Oh, Spacey! Is it already time for dinner? Before we even realize it, our surroundings are painted in a deep red. It seems that Impei finally realized the time from Spacey's behavior. Shoot! It's already this late? I have to cook for those ingrates. Just when I was getting into it. But we can't call it complete until we take it for a test drive. What to do? What say we leave those hungry jerks in the dust and have a little driving date? Impei says so jokingly, caressing the side of the automobile. I'd like to see the results of the upgrade too, so I don't particularly mind tagging along for a test drive. And I'm sure we don't need to worry about preparing dinner today. What? But I haven't even begun preparing anything. Van Helsing is taking care of it. This is my cue, he said. Abraham von Helsing, a young man of unparalleled combat skill and a hero of the Vampire War. He's known as the human weapon for his overwhelming skill in battle. That was right before I came here, so I think he's been in the kitchen since noon. Impei freezes, turning completely blue. What's wrong? Nobody stopped him? Lupin and Saint Germain were out and hadn't returned yet. Victor said he was going to tidy up the courtyard. Saint Germain, a member of Lupin's crew and a French nobleman who grants his mansion as their hideout. He's an enigmatic man of many mysteries, and no one knows his true intentions. Victor Frankenstein, a distinguished scientist who rose through the ranks to become the British Imperial Court's leading alchemist researcher at a young age. Many anticipated he'd don the mantle of Isaac until his sudden departure and following warrant for his arrest as a vicious criminal. And Deli had just been playing with Cece and was taking a nap. Oh dear God! This will be the last supper of the Lupin crew! I wonder what he's panicking about. It's not like Van Helsing is going to poison everyone's food or anything. I'm not sure if I understand. Is Van Helsing's cooking bad? In every sense of the word. Anyway, we have to stop him. Oh, but our test drive. I guess I'll have to postpone it to tomorrow. Impei's shoulders drop in disappointment. Then watching him, I raise my hand as a great idea comes to me. Why don't I take it for a test drive? Then you can help in the kitchen. Oh, that is a good idea. But having you go out all on your own does worry me a little. He's about to clap his hands together when he stops to purse his lips and cock his head as if in thought. There's no need to worry. I learned how to drive from you, and Saint Germain taught me the roads. More than your driving skills, I'm worried about your knack of coming across dangerous folks like Twilight. Well, I'm sure you could lose any light pursuits with this baby, but... Impei, don't be so serious. It's been quite peaceful lately. But you know, there's still that minute possibility. Besides, Cece will protect me. I respect your tenacity, but honestly, Cece isn't a Ow! I'll be fine, really. Even if I do run into Twilight, I can defeat them if it's just a few, thanks to Van Helsing. Our princess got so strong before I even realized it. Alright, fine. If you're that confident, then let her rip. A ride through town shouldn't be a problem. He taught me a few of the emergency controls, just in case, and... Alright then, I'll do my best. I'll take an hour at most. After we come to an agreement, we decide to each depart to our individual destinations. And something's gonna happen. A gentle vibration runs through me alongside the hum of the engine. A pleasant wind caresses my cheeks. The scenery that passes looks a little different than it does when walking. It's all so refreshing. This is Steel London, a gigantic walled city built by Queen Victoria and masterminded by my father, the modern Prometheus Isaac Beckford. Surrounding the city are two defensive walls lined with turret clusters. Turret cluster, a cluster of huge turrets placed on the exterior walls of London in order to fight off invasion from foreign enemies. Its firepower is overwhelming and plays a crucial role in the defense of the mechanical city. I feel like we've read that like 6 times now. Evident from the steel buildings that shine dully and the towering mooring masts for the myriad airships, this is a city of gears and steam, a product of decades of refined science. Spreading across the exterior wall is what's known as Outer London. Oh, whoops, no! Oh my god! Shit! Outer London. The outer region of the walls surrounding central London. Most civilian residential buildings are located here, as well as factories and forests. The heart of London, responsible for generating the steam energy, Midtown, is a slum where the poorer classes live. Similarly, alongside the exterior walls, Greater London is a villa for the aristocracy and wealthy classes. And fittingly, in the center part of the city within the interior walls is Central London. Central London, the inner region of London enclosed by two large walls, a central region of the city where the brain of the United Kingdom is located. It represents the brain of the country, a collection of the central institutions and the houses of those in power. People, things, information. The world's largest city is a veritable potpourri. But my father, architect of this great city of London, had gone missing some time ago. Along with my 5 friends, I'm following clues regarding his whereabouts. You're right, Spacey. We should head back soon. I've driven around the vicinity for a little while, and Spacey's bark brings me back to my senses. I slowly turn the wheel and... Stop! Huh? A shadow of small stature darts out before my eyes. I brake by reflex. Without a hint of fear at the car that comes to a screeching halt, the shadow, a girl, boldly jumps into a seat. What? Who are you? I'm being chased by the mafia. Please help me. What? I found her over there. As if to back up her words, several black automobiles fiercely close in from behind. Whoa, they've caught up already? There's no time to hesitate, it seems. I'll have to ponder what a girl like her is being chased for later. After all, if it were Lupin and the others, I'm sure they would help. All right, hold on tight. Yeah, or they recognized us, had her jump in our car so that they could find out where Lupin was. Just saying. I slam my foot down on the accelerator. Belching out steam, the vehicle begins its departure anew. Our car dashes through the alleys at a speed that makes the other cars and carriages feel slow in comparison. Wow, they're getting further and further away. Lucky me, I was right to choose you. The girl looks behind her, seemingly relieved, and finally sits down in the passenger seat. Looking at her more closely, she seems to be a girl of even smaller stature than me. It looks like we've almost lost them for now, but being chased by the mafia. You're not involved in anything dangerous, are you? About that. Just as she awkwardly looks away, a heavy engine sound reverberates through me, different from the one before. The sound behind us drew rapidly closer, and before we realized it, it's lined up directly beside us. They caught up? And they had just finished upgrading this car. The opponent's vehicle seems to be pretty high horsepower itself. I push the accelerator down even more. What's going on, bird? What are you freaking out about? The trees are moving because it's stormy out. You see the squirrel? Might have been a squirrel out there, I don't know. But our opponent, who aligned with us, accelerates as if to pass us and forcefully swerves into us. Slam on the brakes. Yeah, that's right. They're not joking around. Even if I were to turn the wheel to make an escape, they won't let me get away that easily. And even if I were to accelerate faster, I'm not confident that I'd be able to keep control of the car. The worst case scenario would be a huge accident involving pedestrians. But I have to do something. Gah, they're so persistent. Can't they cut me just a little bit of slack? Unfortunately, that ain't gonna happen. Oh. Unfortunately, that ain't gonna happen. Along with that voice, a shadow casts over my field of vision. And I literally just smack my microphone as soon as that happened. The car jumps from the impact against the hood, and I slam on the brakes. That person should go flying off. That's when I realize there's a large figure slowly lifting himself up from the hood of the car. Right then. Why don't you two obey and listen quietly? I'm sure you don't like pain, do you? Are you the mafioso after this girl? Saves me a bit of time if you already know. Now about that luggage. Mind handing it over? Grr, who are you calling luggage? He gives us an intimidating look, and I notice his prosthetic hand with a sharp claw attached. Prosthetic hand, a synthetic replacement hand constructed of several different materials, such as metal and wood. Not to mention his large, wall-like stature. Even the title of mafioso sounds underwhelming for this behemoth of a man. Why don't you get out of the car so we can have a nice little chat? I need names or something so I know which one of them's talking. Stabbed by his perilous glance, Spacey lets out a growl. Lupin and the others aren't here. It's times like this when I should keep my cool. What happened between you two? And then just as I begin to speak... Forget that and step on it! Just get going! What? The girl stretches her arms out from the passenger seat and suddenly grabs the wheel. I'm startled and accidentally push my foot down on the floor and the gas pedal with it. The tires violently squeal and the car bolts forward. Before I can recover from the recoil of the jolt, the automobile is suddenly flying forward once more. Dwah! That was supposed to be him. Dwah! Despite the hulking man having lost his balance from the sudden propulsion. I won't give up that easily. Now hurry up and come along. What, you... Just cut it out already. That's dangerous. The girl forcefully jerks the wheel side to side. Well, why? Swung around by the sudden change of direction, the large man gets thrown behind. He fell off. I have to wonder if he's all right. A little spill will hardly leave him a scratch on a brick wall like him. Don't worry about it and keep your eyes on the road. He's tailing us. Just as she says, I see the large man stand up and get into one of the cars that continues to chase us. He seems to be frantically yelling something, but I can't hear him over the noise. The mob of steel cars increased its speed, the roar of engines gradually drawing closer. They really are fast. We're also driving at a speed that surpasses every car around us, but even so, they're right on our tail. In fact, they close the distance with every curb and turn. So, can't it go any faster? Sorry, it should at least match them in performance, but I'm a beginner when it comes to driving. What? You can't be serious! I am serious, so going any faster than this would be dangerous. I can't. She seems shocked by my words. I don't plan on giving up until the bitter end, of course. But... From the front, too! The number of enemies is ramping up, and our routes quickly grow limited. 6, 7, 9 cars. We're completely outnumbered. Yeah, 2 would be outnumbered, but... What should I... It's a dangerous game of follow the leader until... A dead end! After we made it this far? Thought you could get away, eh? Blast it! What trouble you put us through! The mob of men in black suits surround the automobile. At the head, the large man with the prosthetic hand who jumped onto the hood makes a broad smile, and this is where you floor it and ram his ass, like run him over. In that case, I'll just have to climb a wall. Wait, you shouldn't make any sudden moves right now. While the girl makes an aggressive racket, I carefully monitor the situation and our surroundings. Is there any way to get out of this? Then I notice it. Next to the automobile steering wheel, a switch. If you get into a tight spot with no other options, press this without hesitation. Got it? What should I do if it's a self-destruct switch? Now hand that girl over to us. If you have no intentions of doing so, then... Numerous guns are pointed at me. Well, wait, there's no need for that. She has nothing to do with this. I don't have time to hesitate. Paching! Please! I press the switch as if it's a desperate prayer. Huh? Nothing happened. Could it have been a dud? For just a split second, the words inept engineer flashed into my mind. God damn it. Oh, now something's gonna blow up. Now, young lady, may I assume that you're done resisting? Cece, no! You get back too! It's against my principles to get rough with girls, but you'll just have to bear with me for now. The large man raises his right arm. That's his left arm, but okay. Have at 'em, fellas. Yeah! Shortly before at Count Saint Germain's residence, the members gathered at the mansion's dining table were patiently waiting for Impei's dinner to finish cooking. I don't get it. Why do I have to get chased out of the kitchen? How do I put this? Today, just isn't a good day, you know? Right. Wouldn't you be able to make an appetizing dish if you made the proper preparations? Preparations? Preparations, huh? Certainly true that preparation takes time. Oh well, next time then. I'm relieved to hear that. Ugh, I accidentally slept in. I was in the middle of teaching Spacey discipline as a soldier of darkness. Good morning. Hey, wait. Good morning, Deli. That was quite a long nap. It seems rather quiet. As Delacroix II stretches and looks around, Van Helsing answers. That's because several are away. Away? The Count and Lupin still hasn't returned either. Right. It's been 2 days since he left. Van Helsing, you haven't heard anything from him either, have you? He's the famed gentleman thief. Maybe he got himself captured out there somewhere. Hold your tongue! As if the great Lupin would get captured. Bird. Oh, welcome back, Lupin. Whoa, you're in shambles. You look like you fell into a grain thrasher. Where in the world have you been? Were you seriously almost captured? Pardon? I'd never make a blunder like that. I simply had some unfinished business to attend to. I saw it through to the end and came away with this. Wow, that's a beautiful statue. What exactly is it? Try not to fall for it. Even among the vampire clan, this, the statue of Bathory, is the finest treasure. Our treasure? Let me see it. Not so hasty, King of Nosferatu. In order to return this to your rightful hands, this humble thief had to toil for a full night. Lupin hands it over and shows it to him. Oh, it's beautiful. I've heard rumors of it, but this is my first time seeing the real thing. You don't say. The one who possessed this was the leader of the clan that managed a different village, so it fell into human hands. You have my gratitude, Arsène Lupin, and allow me to thank you on behalf of my departed brethren as well. But, Lupin, this endeavor took you all this time. It's unusual for you to leave for days at a time like this. He's right, and you look quite worn out. Lupin, don't push yourself too hard, all right? No, the job itself was a simple task like any other. But I did run into rather troublesome someone. A rather troublesome someone. Oh, what kind of troublesome someone? Let me guess. It was Sholmes, right? Come now. You say that as if we come in a pair. No, it was not Sholmes. But now that you mention it, I wonder why he wasn't present. That truly is a conspicuous omission. A troublesome opponent for Lupin who isn't Sholmes. Victor cocks his head to the side and Lupin lets out a small sigh. Then looking around at those present in the room, he slowly speaks. The Mafia. The Mafia? You mean the ones who lurk in society's underground? Some look surprised, some simply have a puzzled expression. The responses are varied, but Lupin nods once to all of them. Who can say why, but it seems they were after the statue as well. Bloody hell, what an inconvenience. They shot at me relentlessly. Even with the yard and guard there, those guys really don't think ahead. Shot at? Are you injured? As Victor panics, Lupin lightly shakes his hands in a no gesture. I see. It makes sense that you'd be back late if you were involved in something like that. Indeed. I killed time at the hideout in Lower Town until they were gone, but... Is there something else? Did Twilight make a move? No, it's not that. But the city seemed different than usual. It was oddly violent. There were non-stop fights and quarrels. So, the public peace is degrading, is what you're saying. Well, I'm not privy to the details, but In any event, it'd be prudent for the vulnerable among us to avoid walking alone. Our princess in Delhi, too. Don't treat me like a child. Hey, it's finally here. Chef Impey's delicious delectables. Gather round and line up the plates. Wait, oh, if it ain't Lupin! You've returned. Welcome back. Indeed, I have returned. Wait a moment. What is it? It's just that I haven't been graced by our princess's presence, so I assumed she was in the kitchen, but I was wrong. About her. She should be back any time now. Back? You mean she's not in the mansion? That would be correct. As we speak, she's out test driving my newly upgraded automobile. I was met with a tough dilemma between testing and cooking, and she volunteered to help. Brings a tear to my eye. And you let her go by herself? Naturally, I was concerned too, and ideally someone would have gone with her. But we don't want to respect her wish of wanting to do something for us. Don't we want to respect? Okay. What? Why are you all looking at me like that? Impey, I can sympathize with your feelings, but your timing couldn't be any worse. Huh? What do you mean? You see... That's what we just heard from Lupin. Mafia? You're kidding, right? Would we joke around about something like this? Look, right here. Bromance! Oh, they're even so feisty and angry together. I love it. At any rate, we have to go look for her. It's fine. If anything were to happen, one press of a button would send a rescue signal to this transceiver. Radio, a method of communication using ether, mainly used by military and government personnel. Communication using radio waves has yet to be invented in this world. That's assuming she were even able to press that button. I'm gonna go look for her right this second. Wait for me, my honey. Oh God, that's my honey. Oh my God. Every time I can't between this and Nameless and fuck it, Yuri and that always just reminds me of Impey, and then Impey was just like my honey, and it's like, oh, that's what Yuri calls us, and that Nameless. Jesus. Wait, Impey. There's no way we can leave this to him. I'm going to. Bloody hell, I guess that leaves us little choice. Deli, watch the house while we're gone, all right? Right, I've got this. Protect the house while we're gone, Deli. Yeah, that'd be better. The floor is cold and hard. I was captured by the Mafia and locked in a cell somewhere. I wonder where I could possibly be. Cece, I'm fine. Cece's like, I'm not! Fortunately, Cece is safe too. I want to pet him as he rubs against me worryingly, but that's not an easy task with both my hands and legs tied up. I wonder if that girl is safe too. It's just me and Cece in the cell. The girl who was with us seems to be in a different cell than us. I'm being chased by the Mafia! Please help me! Right then, why don't you two obey and listen quietly? I'm sure you don't like paint, do you? She said that the Mafia was after her. Would that make the large man with the prosthetic hand the boss? Whatever the case, I have to find some way to contact the others. Cece, just hold on for a bit longer. Lupin taught me how to escape from ropes, and if I could free my hands, I could even use my poison. First, twist the hands to make an opening. I gradually widen the gap in the rope little by little. And just when I think my hands are free, with the worst possible timing, a Mafia member appears and begins entering the cell. Pretend your hands are tied. Oh, no need to brace yourself like that. We're not going to harm you. Oh, whoops, I didn't mean to hit skip. The caution in my eyes must not be very subtle. As if to indicate that he means no harm, he lightly raises both hands. Say whatever you want, but at this point, the harm is already done. Right, I'm sure that's what it seems like. But seriously, I won't do anything. Besides, if I did, I'd get quite the scolding. I wonder why he's acting timid when I'm the one who's still tied up. He didn't seem like he was lying, and I exchanged glances with Cece. What are you planning to do with me? Just be good and follow me. The lady is calling for you. She's like, my legs are tied, so could you maybe untie them? Hi, do you want me to hop? Because untie my feet. Releasing only the restraints on my legs. See, they think of everything. You're like, my legs are tied up. And he releases. This game is so good. He leads me through the building that the men took me through. It looks like Spacey was taken to another room on the way. No matter what happens, I won't harm you. I have no other option but to trust this man for now. The outside scenery that I can occasionally see from the windows is undoubtedly that of London. Knowing that much put me at ease, if only slightly. Milady, I brought her. Oh, come on, you're so slow, Passy. That voice. Great. We're finally able to meet. They didn't do anything awful, right? Especially this bloke. What? I didn't do anything. It's the girl who rode with me. I'm fine. Are you all right? Not a scratch. As you can plainly see, though I guess I was captured. She glares at the mafioso and his shoulders jump with a startle. It seems that this girl holds more power than he does. She's probably the mafioso's daughter or something. Anyway, I'm sorry for involving you in this. I'm sure it must have been scary being chased. It's fine. I'm used to it by now. What? Used to it? I've been chased by the yard guards and the Special Intelligence Agency who are chasing me this very moment. Wait. The Special Intelligence Agency? I broke into the Queen's Palace once and was even shot at in an airship and crashed. So a car chase doesn't really faze me much. I love the look on her face! What? And we're like, what? That's like a typical Tuesday. What's so funny? Because, oh, that's rich. If any of that were true, it'd be remarkable. Oh, my sides. But it is true. All of it. She makes a stiff smile and I nod at her. Really? But that sounds like a grand adventure beyond the imaginations of even the greatest novelists. Her dramatically shifting expression matches her lively demeanor. And at the same time, her words settle in me strangely. Grand adventure. It's no surprise that she would consider it such, imagining all that had transpired. That's right. We haven't even been introduced to each other yet. I'm Shirley Gordon. Shirley Gordon, sole daughter of the boss of the Gordon family, a London mafia, told you. Strong-minded, energetic, and constantly annoyed by her father's meddling. She's certainly playing the part of her age. I'm Passy Montbrun. Passy Montbrun. Oh, what? No, shit. I meant to... Oh, I didn't mean to rewind that far back, sorry. This is what I wanted to do. An underling of the Gordon family. All in all, he seems to have earned the trust of the boss and is oft appointed as Shirley's bodyguard. He never takes off his goggles in front of people, so no one can say what his face truly looks like. Why are you interrupting like that? Ow, milady, that's cold. Shirley and Passy. I'll remember that. I'm Spacey. What a cute name. Nice to meet you. Shirley smiles and reaches her hand out. Sorry, that's right. Passy, untie the ropes on her wrists. Huh? Are you sure? Shirley glares at him again and he emits a high-pitched squeak in response, quickly untying my restraints. It was a rather strange first impression, I'm sure. But once more, it's a pleasure to meet you. Right, a pleasure to meet... The room's door suddenly flies open, cutting my response short. Many people in black suits enter the room, along with... I'm assuming that's her dad. The large man with the prosthetic hand who was chasing Shirley. The cigar between his teeth wavers as he slowly blows tobacco smoke and draws nearer with wide strides. Ah! He slowly raises his left arm as he glares at us, and then... Whoa! Shirley! How many times have I told you not to run off like that? Sorry, that was not his voice, but anyway. Letting out a cry that shakes the very room, the large man is suddenly hugging Shirley, rubbing cheek to cheek. Where in the world did you run off to today? I'm always telling you not to go out walking on your own. Your papa was so worried. Hey, cut it out. Your beard hurts. Aren't I always telling you not to rub it on me like that? Come on, stop with the tobacco too. The smell is never gonna get out of my clothes now. Ah, so adorable. So adorable. My dear daughter, Shirley! Shirley shouts in protest. The large man roars in adoration. They are such characters. I mean, like, motherfucking characters. Papa? Maybe I misheard. Meanwhile, the mafia members waiting behind him that appeared to be his subordinates begin talking cheerfully. Milady, I'm so glad you're safe. Without Milady, the family's sole source of joy would be gone. And then what would we even have left to live for? Yeah, I'm really glad nothing happened. You'd better be. If something were to happen to Shirley, you'd be excommunicated from the family, Passy. What? Why only me? Laughter erupts from the surrounding mafia men. They seem like fun, nice people. Very weird. I can't put my finger on it, but I can't help but think about a certain genius engineer when I see Passy. Oh, come on, just let go already. I cannot breathe. Oh, sorry. I just couldn't help myself. The large man's embrace loosens and Shirley is finally able to escape. Couldn't help yourself, my foot. It's not like I'm a toddler. I'm 13. Say what you will, Shirley, but it's because you're so dear to me that Papa went out looking for you like this. As if to cut off their exchange, I hesitantly speak up. You two are father and daughter? I met with many stares. A long period of awkward silence. The large man with the prosthetic hand clears his throat unnaturally, crosses his arms, and looks my way. My name is Darius Gordon. It's true that Shirley is my one and only daughter, and don't you forget it. Darius Gordon, head of the Gordon family, a London mafia. With his large build and bombastic personality, he is often misunderstood, but as one of the old guard of the mafia, he dislikes causing harm. He is also a doting father, though that much is immediately apparent. It would have been nice if you'd mentioned this sooner. I think his adoration for my lady gave it away. Passy! Sorry. Papa is the boss of the Gordon family based here in London. Well, the mafia, so to speak. These are all the members of the family. The people in black suits around us nod to Shirley's words. I see. That makes sense. So, who might you be, young lady? You may or may not go home immediately, depending on your answer. Me? Well, wait, Papa, do you really suspect her? Didn't I tell you that she got involved by coincidence? How can you be sure that she's not feigning a coincidence? How can you prove that she's not a member of the opposing family? I can't, but I'm sure she isn't. Surely, adults are filthy. They'll do unspeakable, imaginable things. Milady, you should listen to the boss here. You be quiet, Passy. I'm the one talking to Papa. Shirley desperately rallies her defense against her suspicious father. Doesn't seem like either side is willing to compromise. The other members wait for the decision from their boss, Darius, or that's what their body language suggests. Though even if they do suspect me, there's nothing relevant I can tell them. Hey, ain't that girl quite the looker? Bet she'd fetch a pretty penny if we sold her. Idiot, human trafficking is what scumbags do. We aren't about to sink that low. Haha, I'm just kidding. In a way, she's kind of lucky that it was us who captured her. It's quiet and I can hear the conversations of others nearby. I want to turn around and be like, I'm not deaf! Darius and Shirley, I was about to forget about them and their father-daughter quarrel, but this is unmistakably a mafia hideout. She couldn't have been sent by Crudell, right? I don't know, but we gotta be on our guard, yeah? And then there's that drug they're dealing in. Human trafficking? Dealings? Drugs? Unsavory terms batter my ears, and I can't help but face their way. There's no saying for sure yet, but if it's the statue of Bathory, then the smuggling... You too! A firm single shout almost feels like an uppercut to my stomach. We have an outsider with us. Choose your words carefully. Yes, boss, our apologies. Mercy. You even heard things you weren't supposed to. Now, what to do with you? Suddenly, Shirley steps between us, her back to me. Papa, don't do anything to her. It really was me who got her involved. Honest. Shirley, I'll take responsibility, so let her go. Boss, what should we do? I don't think Milady is lying. Darius is silent, as if in contemplation. Fine, let's compromise then. Darius signals with his eyes, and one of his subordinates answers and proceeds to bind my hands and legs again. Shirley glares as though she had something to say, but Darius shakes his head. Sorry, young lady. I can only release you once it's proven beyond a shadow of a doubt that you're not an enemy. I understand. I'm sure the world of the Mafia must be harsh. What? Nothing. You're just a strange young lady, that's all. Spacey Shirley looks down apologetically. I want to tell her that it's all right. But before I can do so, a gag is bound to my mouth. Oh no, the restraints on my hands and legs are over my clothes. But the gag immediately begins to corrode, melting and smoking as it falls. Huh? What? Their eyes go wide with surprise. Bewildered commotion arises, like one would expect when faced with the unknown. It's something I'm all too familiar with. And I already know what words will come next from those confronted with such an abnormal situation. You damned monster! Die! Die! Monster. An abnormal creature such as a supernatural being or otherworldly life form. In this game, it's used against the heroine who has deadly poison coursing through her veins. I want to run, but my body won't move. I want to cover my ears, but my arms are bound. And so I stiffen, and the only thing I can do is resign myself to the words that will surely follow. Wow! What? Wow, wow, wow! What is that, a magic trick? I want to see it again! Spacey, you're amazing! That's not the reaction I was expecting in the slightest, and my thoughts just can't keep up. Hold on a moment! Are you hiding something in your mouth? Can I touch? Don't! You'll get burned. It's very dangerous, so... What is going on? What? It actually melted? Darius's voice is also one of genuine surprise. Hostility, cautiousness, nor bloodlust. None of those were anywhere to be found. Bewildered by the reactions that I've never seen before, I explain the secrets behind my body. About how touching me would cause others to burn and how staying in an enclosed space with me over time is dangerous. I'm a monster of deadly poison who melts everything I touch. Like she says that matter-of-factly. Hearing my confession, Darius's response is a deep nod followed by, "How convenient." Pardon? Sorry. Not to make light of the hardships that I'm sure you've had to endure. But you know, such a condition, I bet none of the gnats that pester my daughter would be an issue. Darius nods as if in understanding as I fixate on his words. But then surprisingly, Papa, think about her feelings too. That's why I'm apologizing. I am sorry, young lady. No, it's fine. He speaks with little hesitation and without sounding like he pities me. If anything, I feel comforted. Even knowing about the poison, they don't curse at me as a monster, nor do they try to kill me. They're people who show me smiles even when they're right beside me. I've never met such... Oh. What's wrong? I glance outside and realize it's around the time when the sun is setting. The clock is already slightly past dinner time, and this is within the London city limits. I just realized things might get a bit messy if I'm not released soon. What? You mean the thing about being in the same room as us for too long? I don't particularly feel under the weather. Not that, I just think... Just as I'm about to explain, the sound of an explosion followed by its vibrations rocked through us. That. What was that? Like, that would be my friends coming to rescue me. But boss, intruders! They're infiltrating from the highest floor of the hideout, coming straight here. What? Which family is it? Men, hurry up and arm yourselves. And don't you dare kill them. Tie them and send them back from where they came. It's just that the opponent is only 4 people at... Passy, hide Shirley so she can take cover. Oh, that was me. Passy, hide Shirley so she can take cover. Got it. Huh? Well, wait a sec. The door is blown away by a second rumble. And then... Yeah! Bingo! This is the room. My sweet honey, your Prince Charming has come to save you. Jeez, these mafia types sure are a noisy bunch. Ha! So you say after our grand entrance. Right? Say, Victor, as a gunman I have no room to talk, but I'm curious how you throw these explosives around so easily. God, look how fucking beautiful his fucking face is! Why is he so fucking pretty? And he's still adorable as always. What? But how just a moment ago that Lupin told me to throw was my strongest? It's fine. From a cursory glance, it doesn't look like anyone was seriously injured. All's well that ends well. Look at them. Oh my god, I fucking love this. I Lupin's like, I'm here to save the day. And they all look so, and like, they're all just so happy to be like busting shit up to come to our rescue. It's not even that they're coming to our rescue. They're like, we just got to blow some shit up. Typical men. I just love it. They're like, yeah, throwing bombs, busting down doors. This is awesome. It's so fucking adorable. Precisely. Besides, what's a hero's entrance without a bit of flash? That's exactly what it is. He's like, we just made a beautiful entrance. Don't you guys love it? I know, right? Like, they're like having a bromance, and we're like, guys, I'm still tied up over here. And they're like, stop, Spacey, it's not about you. Now for the thrilling counterattack by the intrepid band of thieves, led by the one and only Arsène Lupin. Let's show them how it's done. You're here! Barging in on this damn cramped place. Men don't use guns. There'll be friendly fire. Passy, you just protect Shirley. Got it! I'd be like, wait, guys, please don't fight. Old friends, new friends, new friends, old friends. Can we untie me, maybe? So there are more. They certainly seem to have strength in numbers. Van Helsing sends our assailants flying one after the next. Gah! Ugh! Because Van Helsing is motherfucking amazing. Is this all they've got? Damn you! Don't take it personally, but... protecting the girl he loves is what makes a handsome man handsome. Impey style. I love that. A self-taught martial art of self-defense that demonstrates extremely potent combat prowess when paired with Impey's physical abilities. Still, Impey prefers not to use it unless absolutely necessary. Sorry to make you wait. You're not hurt, are you? Lupin swiftly cuts the ropes that bind me. Nope, I'm completely fine. Sparks fly from the clash of the stick Lupin thrusts out by reflex and Darius's prosthetic hand. I don't know where you luck came from, but your skill is undeniable. So that make you the boss here. Sorry, but we'll be taking her back. She's our priceless treasure after all. The recoil from parrying aside the prosthetic hand puts a distance between the two. Allow me to ask you one thing. Are you connected to the trigger-happy gentlemen who were at the nobleman's mansion? Nobleman? I beg your pardon, but I know nothing about that. I see. I'll take your word for it. Lupin! Here's the last one. Let's hit the road. Last one? What? Surprised by those words, Darius looks over his surroundings. By the time he's looked everything over, most of the Gordon family members are lying on the floor. The only ones still standing are Shirley, who fled into the corner of the room, and Passy, who's protecting her. Let's go. We'll leap from the window. We've already secured Spacey. Got it. Blast it. Just you wait. If you think you can just get away, you have another thing. Right then. Good day to you. Victor, why not give him a flashy parting gift? I fucking love this. Ooh, thunder. I love this scene. I'd rather you didn't address me like I'm some sort of demolition freak. Ugh. I love that. Sullivan's like, he's like, I don't like to blow things up, I swear. But secretly he's like, but I kind of enjoy it a little bit. I'm sorry. I just want to read that again. I'd rather you didn't address me like I'm some sort of demolition freak. Ugh. He's like all mad. Look at, that's Victor's mad face. It's fucking adorable. Victor throws a test tube regardless. Test tubes, a cylindrical glass container used primarily for scientific experiments. Victor stuffs all kinds of different chemicals into these and uses them as weapons. It begins to fill the room with smoke in an instant. Pulled along by Lupin, I run through the smoke screen. In the midst of it all, just for a split second. Aw. My eyes meet with Shirley's, who wears an expression of loneliness. But unable to even exchange words, I jump from the window. Phew! I'm so glad you're alright. Can't say I expected the Mafia to get involved. Cece, that goes for you too. Keep your eyes on the road. It'd be beyond irony if we all die in a horrific accident on the way home. I'm sorry, I don't know why, that's just fucking hilarious. Like, it would beyond irony if we all die in a horrific accident on the way home. I mean, let me just say, in the anime, fucking Van Helsing doesn't get them in the like the casino. He goes after them and like blows their fucking car up, and they all like, and they're perfectly fine. So I'm just saying, you'll probably be fine. They survived in the anime. How did you find me, everyone? We tracked the rescue signal on the automobile. Impey received the signal immediately after we set out. Never would have imagined that you'd be captured by the Mafia, though. Rescue signal? Does he mean that button I pressed when I was surrounded that I thought was a dud? I glance over at Impey in the driver's seat when he flashes me a thumbs up with both hands still on the wheel. In any event, I'm glad you're unharmed. It doesn't look like they're pursuing us, so we can rest easy for now. Sorry for making you all worry. Speak nothing of it. Unless you're God or something, it'd have been pretty impossible to predict such a predicament. Lupin smiles at me and I gaze at the cityscape that passes behind us. The lively voices of my friends. I'm so relieved that they're right beside me. But I feel a strange sadness after having to separate from Darius and Shirley so abruptly. Even after finding out about my poison, neither of them rejected me. They didn't call me a monster. It was my first time meeting such people, other than Lupin and the others, and the family who saved me long ago. Perhaps I wanted to talk with them for a bit longer. This desire threatened to overwhelm me. And there was also one phrase that reverberated through my head. My dear daughter. Words that Darius, an incredibly intimidating man at a glance, directed to Shirley without hesitation. Words filled with deep affection. Words I'm familiar with. I've received them before myself. They exist within the few memories I have, along with the hand that gently caresses my head and the calm voice. I can't even remember the face anymore, but his words and voice are seared into my memory clearly. Spacey, my dear daughter. What's wrong, Spacey? It's nothing. I know we're already at time, but I'm just waiting for a good place to end this. I slowly shake my head, though my chest feels conflicted. If I could be together with Father, the thought came up like a bubble and burst without a sound. This seems like okay, this is a good place to stop. Okay, yes, perfect. Perfect place to stop. So anyway, I'm going to wrap this part up here. I will see you guys next time. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.